Now we were talking about blood grouping. So now let's talk about, there are three systems of blood grouping: ABO system, RH system, and MNS system. Now let's talk about ABO system. Based on presence of A and B antigen, antigen is also known as agglutinogen, please remember, on cell membrane of RBC. So there are four blood groups: A, B, AB and O. And phenotypically there are four, genotypically there are six, that is homogeneous AA, heterogeneous A, homogeneous B blood group, heterogeneous B blood group. Now ABA is obviously A and B, and OO, right? So six genotypes. And now let's talk about the group, antigen and antibody. So A blood group has A antigen, but it won't have the same antigen antibody. So what antibody will it have? Either A or B, right? So if it has A antigen, then obviously anti-B will be its antibody. Same as B blood group has B antigen and anti-A antibody. AB blood group has A and B antigen and nil antibody. O blood group has no antigen and anti-A, anti-B has antibody. Why is this? Because of a law known as Landsteiner law. If an antigen is present on RBC cell membrane, its corresponding antibody cannot be present in plasma. Vice versa, if antigen is present, corresponding antibody must be present. If antigen is absent, corresponding antibody must be present. So I told you that antigen is also known as agglutinogen. So please write agglutinogen in exam in brackets of antigen, right? So now let's talk about the RH system. So it was discovered by Landsteiner and Wiener. People with agglutination when exposed to antibody against Rh negative RBC are Rh positive, and not having agglutination are Rh negative. So there are 6 subtypes of Rh factor. Rh positive blood should not be mixed with Rh negative. So now let's talk about MNS system and importance of RH. I'll be teaching in few minutes. Now let's talk about a very small system which we do not have to study much, is the MNS system. This is used for medico-legal purpose. It depends on two minor genes M and N, used in paternal or parental disputes. So now let's talk about what's the importance of blood grouping. First, avoid reaction during blood transfusion in hemorrhage and accidents. Helpful in HDN or erthroblastis fetalis. Third, that is paternal lineage. Fourth is helpful in transplantation of organs, because it's very necessary to know that the blood type is compatible or not. Otherwise, the organ will be rejected by the body by producing antibodies against the blood, right? Now let's talk about erthroblastosis fetalis, that is HDN. It's a very major topic, so please remember it and learn it. Now let's start. It's a RH incompatibility reaction seen in inborn infants, right? So second, how does this happens? So let's talk about when RH positive father and the father is RH positive and mother is RH negative. RH negative mother carrying RH, if the fetus is RH positive and mother is carrying the RH positive fetus in her body which has RH negative, right? So RH antigen from developing fetus can enter into mother's blood during delivery. In response to fetal Rh negative antigen, mother will produce anti-Rh antibodies. If the woman becomes pregnant with another Rh positive fetus, her anti-Rh antibodies will cross the placenta and damage fetus RBC, right, leading to stillbirth, anemic, and jaundiced fetus. So it's very necessary to check the compatibility of Rh positive and Rh negative individuals. Now let's talk about prevention of erythroblastosis fetalis or HDN. That is Rh typing. First prevention is Rh typing for couple should be done. Rh negative mother with Rh positive father should have anti-D antibody just after delivery. First delivery. Please mind it, first delivery. Now, transfusion of Rh negative mother and Rh positive should not take place just prior to the pregnancy or otherwise. So,